I saw Ojadala scream like a child when the sky opened and something not of this world stepped out. That day, I learned even the strongest man can be broken. I watched Ojadala die fighting the god that made him. My name is Afo. I'm from a small village near the edge of the Ero forest in eastern Nigeria. I'm not a priest or a preacher. I'm just a hunter. But I saw something many won't believe, even if you swear it with blood. This happened about 15 years ago, but I remember every second like it was yesterday. The screams, the smell, the silence after. You don't forget things like that. Ojadala was our best warrior. Big man. Tall, strong, the kind of man who could chase down a lion and win. He wore charms on every part of his body, leopard teeth, feathers, bones of old enemies. He wasn't just a fighter of men. People said he fought spirits too. And won. He had a charm made by Dibia Okoro, the most feared medicine man in the region. It was tied around his waist with a red cloth. Nobody knew what was inside, but they said it let him walk between our world and the spirit one. He protected our village from raiders, from thieves, from evil things that walked in the night. And we praised him like a god. Maybe that was the mistake. It all started with a noise from the forest. Deep, like thunder under the ground. Birds stopped flying. Even the goats refused to bleat. Children cried at night without knowing why. Old women said the air was too thick. Then the dreams came. Everyone in the village had the same one. A shadow with no face, taller than trees, staring at us from across the river. We told the elders. They told Ojadala. He laughed. He said, if the spirits are watching, let them watch. I fear no man, no ghost. The next morning, he walked into the forest with nothing but his machete and the charms on his body. I followed him. Not close, just far enough to see. I didn't want to get involved, but something in me said I had to see it. Maybe to warn others. Maybe just to understand. After 1 hour of walking, we reached the place where the earth feels sick. You know it when you're there. Trees bend the wrong way. The air is cold even when the sun is hot. No birds. No ants. Just silence. Ojadala stood in the middle of a small clearing. He knelt down and drew something on the dirt with his blade. Symbols I didn't recognize. Then he cut his hand and smeared blood over them. He called out, not with words, but with something deeper. Like a song without sound. His lips didn't move. But I heard it. In my bones. Then the ground shook. Not like an earthquake, like the forest was breathing. Then something stepped out of the shadow of a tree. It looked human, but it wasn't. Too tall. Its arms were too long. Its skin was black like coal, but it shined like oil. No eyes, just holes. It smelled like wet ash and iron. Ojadala stood up and pointed his blade at it. I am Ojadala, son of Akuma. I have defeated spirits greater than you. Go back or die. The thing didn't speak. It opened its mouth, and a sound like screaming wind came out. Not words, just pain. Ojadala ran at it. Fast, strong. He was like a storm. He slashed the thing across the chest, and its skin split, but no blood came out. Just smoke. It grabbed him by the neck and lifted him like a goat. He shouted a word in a language I didn't understand. His charms glowed red. The thing dropped him. He rolled back and spat out blood. He kept fighting. Every blow was fire. The ground shook with each hit. But nothing he did seemed to kill the thing. It just kept coming. Slower, angrier. Then Ojadala pulled off the red cloth around his waist. He never did that. It was his last resort. He opened the charm. It was a tooth. But not from any animal I know. Long, black, curved. It pulsed like it was alive. He threw it into the air and shouted, I call on you, the one who made me what I am. Come now and finish what you started. I don't know what he expected. Maybe power. Maybe help. But what came wasn't help. The sky cracked. Not thunder, cracked. Like glass breaking. A hand came down. Huge. Covered in the same black oil. It grabbed the spirit and pulled it back into the sky. Then it reached down and grabbed Ojadala too. He screamed. Not like a warrior. Like a child. Like someone who had been lied to. The hand squeezed. I heard bones break. Then the sky sailed back. Silence. No more wind. No more sound. Just blood on the grass and the smell of burnt meat. I waited hours before I walked into the clearing. His blade was still there. But nobody. No sign of him. Just the red cloth, now empty. I told the village what I saw. Some believed. Some didn't. But everyone agreed never to speak his name again. We don't praise men like gods anymore. We don't open charms. We don't walk too deep into the forest. And when we dream of a faceless shadow across the river, we stay silent. Because now, we know. Even the strongest warrior can call a god. But not every god comes to help.